jump on, they jump on. You should have just got the update that the meeting is going to be recorded. Just a reminder, it will be recorded, and we will send the link out for the YouTube link once we get it uploaded over the weekend. Just a quick reminder, if anyone has any issues while they're on the Zoom call, my husband, Lion Eric Tweedy, is on the call. He will be watching the chat and helping any of you if you have any issues while we're on the call. So just private message him if you need any assistance. And with that, I guess I should start sharing my screen. How about that? That would make a difference. Oh, at least I remembered. Okay, there we go. Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules. I know all of my district governors and GAT leaders across my 4 states are constantly busy. You're always on Zoom calls and helping clubs in your area. So I do appreciate you taking a few moments out of your evening this evening to visit with us and join us for the October GAT Area 1J check-in. For those of you that missed the call, I didn't see anyone that I didn't recognize, but just in case, I am Lion Eric Strimple. I am the area GAT leader that covers Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, and Kansas. Tonight's presentation, like I said last month, is going to be short compared to last month because I really want to get to dialogue with the district governors that are on the call or district leaders that are on the call and hear about successes that have been going on in your area since July. So we're going to jump right in and we're going to talk about the numbers. All these numbers that we're going to see over the next few slides were as of this last Saturday when I put the slide deck together. So just please keep that in mind. I understand numbers change on an hourly basis, but there just has to be a line at some point. So as of this last Saturday, our area was -76, which is an extreme improvement from last month. Last month, we were sitting at -102. So we are seeing the numbers move in the right direction and working closer to that 0 mark so we can start getting into that positive membership, net membership for Area 1J. So on your screen is a snapshot of our area on October the 2nd, which is the chart on the left of your screen. And then on the right, you'll see a snapshot of this last Saturday, the 22nd. You'll notice in just 20 days, we've seen 11 of our 21 districts reverse their numbers by adding members and slowing down the membership drops. Those 11 districts are highlighted on the right to make it a little bit easier for you. You will also notice that one of the districts on the right is highlighted in green. I do want to give a special shout out to District Governor Pat Scott of 26M5 from Missouri. 26M5, as of Saturday, has seen an addition of net 13 members in just 20 days. So very good job for 26M5. And I know Council Chair Phyllis is on the call. So please make sure that Pat gets the regards as well. I can't skip over the district governors that are currently positive in that membership though. Even if your district is not highlighted, change is taking place. So keep up the hard work. It's starting to pay off in your district. And all of my district governors and the district teams, I do thank you for your hard work in the membership area. So service reporting, I'm going to go by each state. On your screen, I hope the numbers aren't too small. I tried to make it as big as possible without deteriorating the data. Kansas, I am glad to see that all 3 of the districts in Kansas are currently over 30% in reporting. You know, every district wants to see that number as close to 100% as possible. You know, it's early on in the year, but having them all over 30% in the first quarter of the year is a very good start. So thank you for that. Looking at those numbers, Kansas has already served 154,000 plus people, and all 5 core value areas have been hit as well in those service numbers. So broad range of projects going on and good impact across the state and across the United States wherever those numbers are hitting. So for Missouri, you two are doing very good in the district area. Most of them, few of the districts are hitting high in 41%. We've got a 26%. We do have a couple in there that are 15%. So hopefully we can get a few of those numbers up over the next 3 months and increase the total percentage of club reporting for Missouri. And again, Missouri, you're already over 100,000 people served in the state. So again, thank you for that. Arkansas. Looking at the numbers, every district has reporting, but we do have a couple of the districts that are currently sitting in single digits. That's okay though. Just keep in mind that if there are any district governors or district teams that need assistance with service reporting, making sure that it's getting done, having issues logging in to do it, this goes for all 4 of my states, please reach out to me. I would be glad to assist you all to make sure that we are capturing as many of the service projects as possible in all of the districts. We always talk to our clubs about the importance of service reporting, and it really does make a difference. I know it's hard to convince them sometimes, but it really does help LCI understand what the clubs are focusing on, what the districts are focusing on, where the needs are in certain geographical areas, excuse me. So really emphasize trying to get it done. If your district has a district administrator, utilize your district administrator to help those clubs. Have them send the projects over to them and get them entered. I do have an example, and I should have put it in the slides and I totally forgot to do it, and I would be glad to send this out. One thing that our international director from Kansas, Deb Weaverling, shared with me from her visits in California, there's a district in California that is at 100% service reporting. I know that sounds like it's not possible, but they are 100% service reporting. And they created it's going to go in front of my face, so I apologize, but they created a little business card, and I will take a picture of this and send it out to you all. But they've created a little business card that they give out to their clubs. So when the clubs do a project, the business card has just a couple things that they need to fill out on, then they can hand that business card off to the person up the chain, whether that's the zone chair, region chair, etc., to get it to the district administrator, so that the district administrator has this little business card. They can sit down. It's got all the important information about the service project, how many people were served, when it happened, what type of project it was. They can input it, and then they can discard the card. So like I said, I apologize. I should have put that in my slide deck tonight, but I didn't. So I will make sure that I send that out to you all so you can see an example. This is it's from California. So of course, California, when they do it, they go big or they go home. So it's a little fancy, but it can definitely be done at home using a home printer and buying some cheap business card templates from your local office supply store. So I will make sure that that's in the email this weekend. And finally, we have Iowa. Iowa, you've been doing a great job overall in getting clubs to report projects. In fact, 3 of the districts are sitting at 50% or higher in club reporting. What I would like tonight, when we get to the district reports, I would love to hear from a representative from Iowa. If district representatives are on from 9EC, 9NE, or 9SW, I would love to hear in your update tonight how you have achieved 50+% in service reporting. If no representative is on there, I do know that we have some Iowa leadership on tonight, so maybe they can fill us all in on how those districts have achieved 50+% in their service reporting. So just a quick reminder, a quote from John C. Maxwell: success is a continuing thing. It is growth and development. It is achieving one thing and using that as a stepping stone to achieve something else. Just remember, we're always moving forward. Sometimes we have to step back to move 2 steps forward, but don't let that stop our process. So now it's time for a quick shameless plug here. On your screen, join myself and 3 of my fellow area GAT leaders, along with PID Jerome Thompson, on Monday, November the 14th, from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for, oh no, my club has too many members. Let me tell you how we've created this problem. This webinar is going to be focusing on unique ideas to help grow membership across the association, but more specifically at the club level itself. And on the screen, if you have a cell phone handy, there is a QR code on your screen. If you open up your camera on your phone and aim it at that QR code, you should get a hyperlink that pops up on your screen for the registration link. If not, that's totally fine. I will be sending out the registration link in the email this weekend as well. I would love to see as many of you there as possible. And with that, I'm going to quit sharing my screen here, and we're going to jump over to some district updates. Last meeting, we started with Arkansas. So tonight we're going to start with anyone from Missouri. So anyone on from Missouri? Let's see, I'm just looking at names here. I don't see Harold on. Sandy messaged me, told me she was going to be out, and I know Bart was traveling for work. Pat Scott, do not see. Anyone from 26M1 Virginia? I do not see. Leon or Bill. With that, I'm going to actually just open it up.
Looks like you just have the council chair and 2 first vice district governors.
That's totally fine. So if you would help me here, I apologize. First vice district governors, if you want to, whoever is present from Missouri, if the first vice district governor would like to speak just momentarily on your district and how it's going. When you're talking, I would also like to know, the ones that report tonight, if your full district governor team is doing club visits or if it is just being done by the district governor themselves. So with that,
I can speak.
Okay, Cheryl,
Okay.
Go ahead, and will you tell me which district you're with?
Absolutely. My name's Cheryl Horton, and I'm first vice district governor of 26M3.
Thank you.
And on club visits, we split our district in thirds, and the district governor in the first and the second have their area and that they do the club visits on.
Okay.
The main thing that we've been working on right now is we are in the process of chartering a new club. We've got all the members and we just set the charter night and getting them going with their service projects, which they've already got one set up for November and December. So that's been taking a lot of our time here recently, just getting that going.
That is exciting. Would you mind, at the end, my email is going to be at the last slide. Would you share the charter night information with me?
Absolutely.
And if I can make it, I will do my best to try to be there.
Wonderful.
As council chair, I would just like to say congratulations to M3 for achieving that. I think that's awesome. I know they have been working really hard on it, and we would love for you to come to charter night, Eric.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you know, to chartering a club within the first quarter of any year is a great thing. So you know, they really like it when we can kickstart the year the first 2 to 3 months with it. So, you know, sure, we're into the 4th month, but that's still exciting to hear that the charter has already been sent off. So that is very exciting news. Thank you, Cheryl. And who else do we have on for Missouri?
First Vice District Governor, Bill.
Well, I was looking at the screen and was thinking Phyllis there. Sorry about that, Phil. Go ahead.
Well, that's a much better picture than what most people normally see. As far as our district's concerned, we've got a couple of clubs on rebuild status right now. I was down at one of them over the weekend and they have 3 new members. They're moving forward with their service projects. They're working on a rebrand. They're moving from specifically a very small town club to more of a regional lakes area club. And they're having to work through all that with LCI. I think that there's momentum in there to get busy. Actually, a former past district governor who is deceased for several years, his son is now part of the club, and he made a lot of mention about how Lyons was past district governor Jim Tesserow's life. So I feel pretty good about that club. The other club is up in the central part of, actually northern part of our district, about 40 miles north of Springfield. And District Governor Bart and GMT Frank Lambrecht are going to get back in the middle of that one and start to get them moving. As far as what's going on in the district around here, it is fundraising season. All of the people with all of their normal projects have been busy since about the first part of August. And I missed the percentage of reporting on service from Missouri because I was getting logged on, but it continues to be a really, really thorny problem with a lot of our clubs basically being very rural and some of them not really doing much of the electronic world to get them to report. But I know they're busy, so it's kind of where it's at right now. I hope the international can come through with the new My Lions stuff that they talked about at USA Canada. Hopefully that'll help.
Yes, for those of you that have not had the chance, be on the lookout this next spring and May. There's some big changes coming. They're going to consolidate a bunch of our systems together into one. So listening to it, I'm going to be optimistically excited, but we all know with change comes some headaches. So we just have to be prepared for those and be willing to work through those and stick together and make it happen. So what they said sounds exciting for us all. It's supposed to streamline our process, hopefully. So, but I believe it was May of next year, we're supposed to start kind of seeing some of those changes coming. So thank you very much.
What was the district number on that, please?
I'm sorry, my mistake. M6, 26 M6.
26 M6. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, let's go to Kansas, and I'm going to go to Richard first because I know Richard said he had another call. So let's go to Richard in 17A. Oh, you're still muted there, Richard.
Good evening from District 17A. We're actually having a wonderful year in terms of a lot of the things, that we've done. We're way ahead of the schedule on a lot of things. One thing, of course, we do is our governor's team all participate in club visits. I personally have visited over 30 clubs. So I'm hoping to get to the majority of clubs. We do have 73 active clubs. I've identified about 10 clubs that need some attention. We've got a couple that are in pretty serious condition. We have a couple of rebuilds. One in particular is Horton, and I did receive LCI permission to start a rebuilding project there. And our membership numbers have kind of dipped and come back a little bit. As of the 18th, I know, your numbers were as of the 2nd, but as of the 18th, we were actually 3 members ahead. But I just checked a moment ago and we're back to 0. But we're hopeful. I know I have a number of members that are being reported, a lot of activity in several of the clubs. So we're very optimistic about that aspect. We'd sure like to finish in the positive numbers for the 2nd year in a row, which is a big goal of ours. We've got most of our busy work done, our directories, and I've been just recently sending out membership chevrons. One of the things that I instituted this year, part of our budget was designated to take care of the new membership fee. And I've already had a number of people apply for that. So we're going to be able to take care of at least the first 30 members with this first designation. And hopefully after the first of the year, we'll get a little bit extra money and continue to help the clubs that have new members take care of that initial membership fee. But I'd just like to thank everyone for all the good work and the wonderful service they're doing in our district, because it looks good. I'm surprised about the reporting numbers. That's something I want to get up. And I know last year we did quite a bit better, so we'll be working on that. But other than that, I think everything in our district is going well, and I appreciate all the help I'm getting. I've got a wonderful cabinet and a super team. We're doing a good job.
Thank you very much, Richard. Pam for N.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
District 17N is doing super. We are positive 19 members. I had the pleasure of inducting 6 new members into our district governor's club last night in Pittsburgh. So according to the goals that District Governor Lori has set, we are going to exceed them most likely after the first of the year. She has encouraged clubs to go ahead, and if they know they need to clean up their membership, to do it now. And so that will help maybe to get rid of some of the dead weight and bring a more positive number into the beginning of the year. We have a special convention coming up on November 12th in Towanda, and that is due to, we have one of our members of our district is running for international director, and we are having a special convention to nominate Hans Neihard for that position. And we are also in the midst of fundraising season as well. It's pretty crazy. Everybody's got fall festivals and lots of fun stuff going on, and we're seeing a lot of Lions out and about, and more in the doing things that show them present in their community, with t-shirts and more banners out when projects are being done, so they can really be spotlighted and known more in their community. So it's been an exciting time, Fran.
Thank you very much, Pam.
Yeah.
And looking on the screen, I do not see anyone present from K in Kansas. So we will move to Iowa. Do we have anyone on from 9 Northwest? Do not see. 9 Northeast, Dale? 9 Southeast? I do not see Nadine on for 9 East Central. So Mike, you are my first one here for 9 North Central.
Fabulous. Glad to be here, Eric. Let's see, nothing specific GMA wise. What I am sharing with clubs versus doing the full GMA rollout is talking to them about what we have done with our club, my home club in the past. It was successful for us for a membership recruitment drive. So I kind of share that with them and said, hey, this is what worked for us. Think about doing that. The other thing I'm sharing with, and something I strongly believe in, is that to get the clubs to think about doing outside the box service projects. That was how I was brought into Lions, was as a member or as a volunteer at a service project before I was a member. And I think we really need to focus on really new and exciting service projects. And that means getting our fingers dirty. We all do a good job at writing checks, but people want to get their fingers dirty, I think. And that's how we're going to recruit some new people. So that's the strong message I really am sharing. Other than that, we've got a city visit scheduled for the end of next week up north of here with a member from the Mason City Club who worked and is working with somebody up in the city called St. Ansgar, and we're going to go try to recruit some people up there, get a club started up there. Just reached out to a city east of here that was affected by a tornado, that we had an LCIF grant to assist them in getting replacement computers for their library. And they had some people that are interested in doing a club there. So I'm going to reach out and see about talking to those people. And then I got a hot lead at a club visit last week for a local university that has a strong tradition of volunteerism, and looking to maybe start a Leo club at that university. So I finally got the contact information for the university president, and we'll be touching base with them. So we're slowly moving forward. And again, I can't stress enough that I think our focus really needs to be on new and exciting service projects. That's where we're going to get people that are going to be excited about doing something and coming to the clubs. And so that's what we're doing. Thanks.
Okay. And Mike, just real quick, your district governor team, do you all do club visits, or is it just on you?
Everybody's doing visits, either in their specific district. And I believe many of them are also employing their zone chairs to help out with that also. I haven't done so much of that. I do have a couple of visits with a zone chair / first vice district governor here coming up recently. So we'll be working towards that. But my goal, because it's the best part of being a DG, is visiting the clubs. And so I want to visit them all if I can before the snow, or at least weather dependent up here in the frozen tundra.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Anyone on from 9 Southwest or 9MC?
Dave Coates with 9MC.
Okay. How are you doing today, Dave?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing good. How are things going in 9MC?
Well, we're proceeding forward. We have to answer your first question that you asked earlier. All of my GAT team and cabinet and zone chairs were requested to go out and visit clubs. I visited several myself. I just got done with the Ankeny Club, and I gave out some pins for new Lions, but unfortunately they were old Lions. They'd been in the club for 10 years and never got their Lions pin. So we got that done, but things are going well. And we're moving forward, trying to get the word out to get every club to put in their activities and report everything they can.
Hey, thank you. And real quick, before we go to Arkansas, I see I've got a hand raise. Phyllis and Phil, you got it.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't respond to your question correctly. As far as district governor visits are concerned in M6, they're most generally done by the district governor, but if the second and the first will do them on the basis of scheduling, or if they're too far away in the district, we try to to mix and match as best we can.
Okay, thank you very much for the clarification on that.
Eric, Eric, this is Rick Boffman. I'm the first vice district governor for 9EC. So I
Okay.
can kind of update you on what's going on in 9EC.
Okay,
As far as visiting clubs, yeah, Nadine, our district governor, and myself visit clubs. We do not have a second vice district governor yet, and we also have some past district governors that are helping us visit clubs as well to divide them up so we make sure we get everybody seen. The good thing is I'm retiring the end of December, so that's kind of free me up a whole bunch to get out there and visit clubs. We started out, we were looking at 13 clubs that were 13 or under for membership. I think, Nadine shared last month, and we actually have 2 of those clubs that, have recruited some members, and we're now just watching them. We still got 11 we're looking to rebuild. We've got teams assigned to them. We're looking to get the zone chairs involved, helping us, and bring them online and what we're doing with these clubs as well. And we're looking also to recruit some more team members. A lot of the folks who got on our team are holding district positions as well, and are active in their clubs as well. So we really are trying to get down to the club level and get some local people to help us, that aren't quite as busy on the district level. So we're looking at that pretty hard. We've been out there talking. I know a past district governor visited with one club, and their membership is above that number, but they were talking about the GM approach, and they actually wanted him to get us set up to go up there and work with them in recruiting in a couple communities around them in their area so they can continue to thrive and grow. And I know you're asking about service reporting, and past district governor Terry Durham's on here. He's our global service district leader here. And if you want to ask Terry how he gets so good a percentage here in Iowa at 96, I think last year we were just about 100%. I know we were over 90. Terry can probably give you a little insight into that, Eric.
thank you. Terry, would you like to speak about that? Nope.
Okay.
There we go.
It's not rocket science. All you do is just keep talking about it, put together a report, end of each month, send it to the district leadership as part of that. Yes, we did hit 100% last year. You're showing 51 or 2% now. And actually, we're probably, the numbers I put together for our fall rally, which was a week, 10 days ago, we're about 60-some% now. And so it's, we do have a district administrator, and those clubs that struggle with getting this information in, I personally call them, get their information, or have the district administrator call them, get their information, and then it gets put in there. But it's put together a report every month showing where we were a year ago. Everybody in the district knows I'm a number cruncher, so I'm known for drawing graphs and everything else. But that's basically how we do it, is send out a report. I also send a report to our global service at the multiple district level. He gets a copy of that report also. And I also look at where we stand as far as people served and things of that nature, as service projects completed. And they constantly see me and make notes, say we could do more with diabetes and we can do more with childhood cancer. So we did have a nice childhood district-wide. I just comment about that a little bit. The district-wide childhood cancer, there's a single A baseball team here in Cedar Rapids, and we got together with them, and our chair of that particular project and our immediate past district governor got together, and they let us sell T-shirts out there, and we raised something like I think 6,000. Rick, I don't remember the exact numbers now, but somewhere in the $6,000 range, selling T-shirts, and his son got to throw out the first pitch. So it'll be a district-wide project again sometime. next year. Baseball season. I'm a baseball fan, so.
Thank you for that. Real quick, before I move on to Arkansas, Rick, I just wanted to mention, and I don't know if anyone else has seen it yet, LCI has put together a slide deck to help districts and clubs work through the GMA process at the club level. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that, I will make sure to put the link to that. It's a little hard to find on the website. So I will put a link to the PowerPoint presentation that was done by LCI. So if you want to use it, or if you have a club that is interested in working through the GMA process in your district, or you want to have training at the club level for club leadership on how they can do the GMA process at the club level, the PowerPoint is available. So I will make sure to send that out to you all this weekend.
All righty, thank you.
Absolutely. I'm going to just jump straight to Bill, because I know Bill is on here in Arkansas. So Bill from 7N. You're muted, Bill. Bill, I don't know if you can hear us. You're muted.
There we go.
There
I'm
we
sorry.
go. That's okay. That's okay.
All right. You think you know how to do these things, and all of a sudden you're just talking and what?
That's okay.
Well, tonight has been a real wake-up call for me, particularly being district governor of 7N, and our miserable reporting statistics that you have shared. And it's so disappointing, because every visit that I have made, and one of the goals that I had was to increase the reporting for service, and it's like, and we have a district administrator, and you know what I have, and sitting here making my notes, I just pledged myself that obviously I've got to focus more than just saying it and encouraging it. It's got to be follow-up, and I would appreciate any advice that any of you all could give me on how you tactfully do that. And basically, it seems like what I hear is the district administrator is, if I get the information, I just give it to the district administrator, and then they put it in and not rely on the individual clubs to do it, because obviously that's not working, because I know that clubs are doing service and it's just not getting reported. And that was the way it was last year too. So we've got to improve on that. So far this year, within the multiple District 7, I'll speak briefly about that, and then Tony and Betsy can address some other issues. But of the 4 districts, we've had 3 district conventions already. They've been well attended. We've had 2 Council of Governor meetings already. And my district, 7N, will be having our convention coming up on November the 12th. And I'm very pleased. The response has been good, and I think we're going to have a good turnout for that. And what we're going to focus on has been some of the things that is membership, which is always a focus, but also social media and PR, and promoting what your club does in your community. And then Eric has put together a video presentation for us on GMA, and we're excited about that. I have made, so far, I've made 10 visits, and I have 3 scheduled coming up in the next couple of weeks, three additional. Most of the visits I've done, it's been me, the district governor. I have had join me on those visits. I've had zone chairs join me, and I've had a second vice district governor, I'm sorry, currently a first vice district governor join. We have an issue with our second vice district governor. His wife is very ill, and he will not be continuing his progression towards district governor. He will continue as second vice, but that's also been on my mind too, is getting that position filled for our convention that's coming up in November. So I'll leave anything to Betsy and Tony and what they might add.
Thank you very much, Bill. Tony, if you would like to go ahead and just let me know which district you're from and go ahead with any update you have.
There we go. I am with 7L. And I am the first vice district governor. I've been doing club visits as second and first vice district governor. I've made it through more than half of our clubs and hope to make it through the rest as first vice district governor. We are currently working on a plan to assist our clubs that are in distress, that are having trouble right now. And then we also have a project going for childhood cancer, where we are selling T-shirts, and the proceeds are going to our local children's cancer research hospital here at Children's Hospital.
Thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, Betsy.
There.
There
Hello?
we go. Yes, hello.
I had Bill Johnson, our district governor, just gave the report for 7N, and we're looking forward, as I said, he said, to the convention in a couple of weeks on the 12th of November, and just proceed.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Don't have much to add. Here's report.
Thank you very much, Betsy.
Pam had something to say.
Yes, go ahead, Pam.
I did. I do know District K is having their convention this weekend in Hayes. So that's probably where they are getting ready for their convention.
Probably.
And also, I forgot to answer the question. We do just split up our district clubs between all three of the governors to serve. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
You bet.
With that, I want to open it for just a couple moments. Is there anything outside of the updates that you all have given that you need to ask your fellow district governors or fellow members from other districts in our area to see if they can assist with? I am not seeing any, and that's fine. So with that, I am going to just pull up my information here. Most of you should already have my information, but just 1 second. There we go. On the screen, if you don't have it, of course, there's my email address. I am always available by email, and my cell phone is also in the book from LCI as well. So do not hesitate to reach out to me at any time if I can assist your district, your multiple district. I'm here to work with you all to try to make your year as best as possible, make your goals achievable, and continue the progress in growing Lions. So don't think that I'm just a monthly meeting for you all and I'm sitting behind a camera. I want to help you all as much as I can. So just reach out. And with that, I just remember I will send out an email on this weekend with all the links that I've just talked about this evening for you all. And all of our meetings are uploaded. So if you ever want to go back to watch them at a later time, or if there is a little tidbit of information that you remember was talked about, you can watch the video there. I can tell you any presentations that I do for districts, Once they have been sent out to the districts and utilized by the districts, they'll be uploaded there as well. So the one that's being done for Arkansas will be available for people to watch as well, or play in their district if they so choose. If there's anything like that that I can do to assist, if it's a video or something like that that you need to have made, or if I can work it into my schedule for an actual visit to your area or your district in my schedule between work and other engagements that I have, I will do my best to be there. I want to celebrate the successes you all are having and watch Area 1J grow and flourish through this year. So with that, I appreciate you all again taking time out of your day to be here this evening. And in closing, before I forget, our next meeting is going to be after Thanksgiving. So it's not going to be the fourth Wednesday of the month. I'm not going to make you get on here while everyone's making pumpkin pie. So if you will put it on your calendar, the next one will be Wednesday, November the 30th, 7 p.m. And we will see you all after Thanksgiving. Anyone that has family this weekend, have fun with Halloween, and of course, have a safe and happy holiday if you celebrate Thanksgiving.